Make sure you got water and a towel close by. So I'm taking my feet hip width apart, and I'm going to stand nice and tall. And I'm just going to elevate the arms just halfway so they're parallel to the floor. Now try to really reach them out so they're really long. So you're actually trying to touch both ends of the room and then release them back down. Let's try that again. Up halfway, reach them long. Now think about tucking the pelvis under a little bit so you feel the abdominals engage and your glutes. And think about centering the weight between the pad and heel of the feet. Right? We really don't want to get in too much to our toes because it's always good to activate the back of the body. So if you're forward, you lose those muscles behind you. Okay, now we're going to pull the arms forward, but as you do that, go really slowly and try to keep broad shoulders. And then take them back out and lower them down. Keep that reach going on throughout all of these movements. Pull them forward as you keep the shoulders nice and broad. You'll notice I'm not going together because I'm more concerned about my shoulders and lower. Back up, bring it forward. Now lower them down and we're just going to raise them up, moving slowly. Take them out, bring them down and raise them up. A couple more times, getting nice and long through the arms. You really want to keep long here. Nice. Okay, stay right here. Flip your palms now so they open towards the ceiling. Open the arms at a 45-degree angle from your body and raise them up slowly. They might not go all the way because I don't want you to be going like this. That's not a good look. We want to stay nice and broad here. And then lower them down slowly. Raise them up. And come back down. Now the next time you raise them up, try to keep the ribs in as best you can so they're not popping out. You want to keep your spine nice and long. Take your gaze, look up. Okay, now palms are going to face each other as you lower them. Now take a big deep breath in. Reach for the ceiling and exhale. Again, big deep breath. Bend your knees into a little squat and back up. And again, big breath. And relax the arms by your side. Keep the shoulders nice and broad. We're going to sweep the right arm up. You're reaching it straight up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to take your gaze and look up. So when I do that, I guess too from yesterday's workout, getting a really nice stretch right here in front. Take that arm down. And let's do the same on the other side. Let your gaze follow the hand as you raise the arm and reach it long. But take that hand and see if you can move it back a little bit. So you feel that fabulous stretch through the chest. And relax. One more time, each side. Really focus on lengthening as best you can. And again. Nice. Okay, a big deep breath into a little squat here. Now you're going to hold the little squat, move the booty back a little bit, but let's get the knees bent. And bring your hands to heart. Take a peek now at your knees and see if you can have them track over your first two baby toes. Once you have that going on, engage the abdominal muscles, sweep your arms up. Just relax and breathe. Really try to keep the arms as long and strong as you can. And now we're going to soften the knees, come all the way down slowly, keeping your legs bent. Just hang out here and breathe. So try to retract the shoulders today every time you're in a forward fold. Keeping your neck relaxed. We're just going to slowly drift the feet forward. Drift your hips forward and back. So you load up the front of the foot. You load up the back. Great job. Now center the weight between the pad and heel. Your hips are kind of back. You're just going to cross your arms, keeping the legs bent. Just relax here and breathe a few times, getting some good blood flow to the face. If you want to, you can do a little turn of both shoulders towards the left side, getting a little right side body release here. Really going in slow motion. We're going to come back slowly. You know, I like to do most things really slow so I can really focus on the form and making things work all together the way they're supposed to. Okay, palms above the knees. You're going to start lifting the head, retract your shoulders, come all the way back to standing. Nice job. Deep breath in. And nice slow forward fold down. This time with your legs bent, you're going to walk your hands out to the front of your mat, step your feet back so you're in your high plank position. Now think about hollowing out your tummy, retracting the shoulders. Knees are soft. We're going to do a nice slow hover halfway and then right to up dog. Let's keep those toes tucked under. Nice job. Good morning, Anne. Okay, hips up and back. You're going to get your butt really close to those heels. Keep your hands where they were. So your toes are tucked under and you're kind of sitting on your heels. Now we're going to come back forward, bring the shoulders over your wrists, elevate your knees, hold your high plank, and you're going to drift your hips up and back to your first down dog. Now make sure in your peripheral vision, you can see both arms. So you haven't pulled the torso too far through them. Your head especially, right? Because if you do, you're going to feel a little sore through the neck. Now come up high on the toes and drift the shoulders forward once again. Now please be mindful to keep micro bends in your elbows. Extremely important because we want to be using muscle here as opposed to stacking the joints. Elevate high on the toes and drift the hips up. You're back to your down dog. Now this time I'm going to have you lower your heels best you can towards the floor. You're still warming up, so they might not go all the way. Elevate high on the toes, bring it forward. Now we're just going to do a slow halfway hover and go right to up dog. So I'm not going down very far. My shoulders are still in need of a little warm up. So let's bring the hips up and back, almost sitting on those heels, feeling a nice stretch through your lats. Once again, if you look and open your eyes, you should be able to see those arms. So your forehead is not on the floor. Okay, let's come up onto your knees. Walk your hands back so you can get your wrists under your shoulders. Micro bends in the elbows. I'm going to have you elevate the knees off the floor while you hollow out your stomach. Take your gaze, look off the end of the mat so your neck is neutral. And put the knees back down. Kind of let it all go. Okay, activate, lift, and hold and breathe. 3 breaths. And relax those knees. We're just trying to get lots of muscle in the body here through the core, activating. So hollow out the tummy, elevate the knees. Take your gaze off the end of the mat so your neck is nice and long. Shoulders are broad. And relax those knees. We're going to do this one more time. Hollow out the tummy, elevate the knees, and relax for 3 breaths. Nice. Put the knees back down. Come up onto your knees. Let's round the shoulders. And let's wiggle the wrists, change directions. Now we're going to step our left foot forward and you're going to give me that nice pelvic tilt so we get a nice stretch in this hip flexor. I've kept my toes tucked under in the back so I feel nice and stable. And I have good distance between my left heel and my right knee, so I don't feel wobbly. So really do your best here to make that arm long and strong without having the shoulder creep up by your ear. Nice. Okay, now we're going to pull the elbow to a 90-degree angle. And you're just going to bring the hand forward and back. And forward and back and reach it long. Let's do that a few more times. Lower the elbow. Bring it forward and back. Forward and back. Now reach it. Oh, fantastic. Let's do the same on the other side. So how do you know your foot's going to end up in a comfortable, stable stance? Is you at least start out with your knees hip width apart, maybe even a little bit wider. Give me that pelvic tilt up, feeling a great release right here through the hip flexor. And then let's get the arm going. Take your gaze, look up. So your arm is reaching as best you can to try to touch the ceiling, keeping the shoulder broad. Now we're going to lower the elbow, right? And then you're going to bring the hand forward and back and forward and back. Now reach it long and strong. Take your gaze, look up. Still enjoying this nice release through the hip. Wonderful. Step back and come back down into your bear. Bend your elbows, elevate those knees. Take your gaze, look off the end of your mat, keep your neck long and strong. Walk your hands to the front, straighten your legs, you're in your high plank. Let's hollow out the tummy and breathe. High on the toes, you're going to float those shoulders back and your hips up to your down dog. Lower the heels towards the floor. And I'm just going to ask you to pedal out your feet one at a time. Really getting a nice stretch through the calves. And I'm going to hold my left one down and hang out there a little bit. Feels so good. Make sure you can see those arms in your peripheral vision. And I'm going to switch over to that right heel, pressing down towards the earth. High on the toes on my left foot, getting a nice stretch. Okay, pedal out the feet, side to side, one last time. And I'm going to have you walk your feet forward to the middle of your mat. Your hands back towards your feet. Meet me in your forward fold. Retract the shoulders. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And a nice slow reverse swan dive all the way back to standing, and sweep your arms up towards the ceiling, keeping the shoulders broad. Micro bends in the knees. And nice slow swan dive down. Arms are long and strong. Shoulders are retracted. Inhale, look up, flat back. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. You please keep the knees bent. And slow forward fold here. Really reaching those arms out to the side. And inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, release down, palms down, step jumper, float your feet back and give me a hover halfway, right to up dog. Nice job. Hips up and back. Hold it here for a sec. Enjoy that feeling through the lats. So good. When we were doing those arm pulls back yesterday, you're probably feeling a great stretch right now. Okay, pull the hips forward, your shoulders are back over your hips, elevate the knees, high plank. Bend your knees, and with baby steps with your hands, you're going to walk your hands back towards your feet. So you find yourself at the end of your mat. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, shoulders lift. Head comes up first, unhinge, reach and lift the body tall. Arms sweep up, back to neutral alignment. Step your left foot forward. High on the toes on your back foot. Reach the arms up. So my front knee is a little bit behind the heel. You could have it over the heel, but you'll notice my hips are pretty high. I'm really high on the toes on my back foot. Now I'm going to lower the arms, get them behind me, try to lift them, keeping your chest nice and broad. You're going to hinge through this left hip. The only thing that's going to move is your upper body. So you're hinging through your left hip. Maybe you can get the arms long and strong and a little higher behind you. Now your shoulders are going to move back on top of the hips. And you're going to sweep the arms back up. Keep nice and high. So if you're reaching like this, I want you to draw the shoulders down and make them broad. Okay, bring your arms parallel to the floor. You're going to interlock the fingers. If this doesn't feel good for your shoulders, you don't have to. You can just keep your arms with your palms facing each other. You're going to raise the arms up. Oh, what a great hip flexor stretch. This is awesome. Relax and breathe. And now I'm going to do a little rotation. And then I'm going to come back. And I'm going to do a little rotation the other way. I'm going left now. Just going to hang out here because it feels good. Really try to keep your arms long and reach them as best you can. Come back, square the shoulders right over the hips. Bring the arms down. And now you're going to take the arms to the left. Nice job. You might not go very far. It's not about how far you go. See if you can keep the arms long. Come back square. Whew, release those arms. Back behind you. And now hinge forward once again. Hinge forward, loading up the left butt cheek. This is where you should be feeling the difference in this position versus the shoulders over your hips. Hands to heart. Keep your elbows back, so not in front. Pull them back so you feel your upper back work a little bit here. And now give me that same rotation to the left. Nice job. Hold it here and breathe. So if you feel a little unstable with your balance when you start the rotation, you might want to move your back foot out to the right so you have more width between your front and back foot. Nice job. Come back center. Let's take the arms out now. They're parallel to the floor. Your palms are facing each other. We're going to do one more little rotation. Go left. And come back. And let's take those hands all the way down to the floor. You're going to step back to your high plank, do a halfway hover, right to up dog. Pull the hips up and back, all the way back over the heels. Relax here and breathe. Okay, hips come up, slide the hands in so they're underneath the shoulders. Elevate your knees, you're right back in your bear. And this time we're just going to take the left foot off the floor. Hold the knees exactly where they were. And keep your gaze off the end of the mat. Hollow out the tummy, breaks in your elbows. Nice job. Put that left foot down, put the knees down, a little break here. We're going to do the same thing with the other leg. So I'm going to give you the side angle. So you see my hips are right under my knees. I'm going to elevate my knees, breaks in my elbows. I look off my mat and I just take the right foot. Those toes are 1 inch off the floor. Hold and breathe. Hollow out your stomach. Keep your neck long. Put that foot down. Relax the knees. Take your right arm and extend it straight forward. Long and strong. Left leg goes back. Now, if you can for me, keep your hips square. So I don't want the weight to shift right. And if you can, straighten your back leg and arm. Switch sides. Start out with those knees hip width apart, your toes tucked under. Left arm comes out strong and straight. Take your right leg back. Break that right elbow. So you got a break in the elbow. Sean's like, break your elbow. We don't want you to do that. Bend it. Slightly. Switch again. We're getting the hang of this. So I want you to use all your might to activate all the muscles in that back leg and front arm. Don't collapse and don't drop your face. So look off the end of your mat. Switch again. This is the last one here. Make it great. Can you get your arms strong and straight, reaching? Same thing with your leg. And relax. Whew, that always gets me a little sweaty. Okay, let's do a couple of cat-cows. So round your back, drop your head, chest comes forward, look up. Even when I'm doing the cat-cow and I'm looking up like this, I'm still pulling my tummy in. Round your back, drop your head, hollow out your stomach, chest comes forward, look up. Nice job. Okay, flatten out your back. Step your feet back to your high plank. Lift up and back with the hips. You're right to your down dog. Both heels drive towards the earth. Let's just hang out here for 3 breaths. So if you had lights on your bottom, think about shining them up towards the ceiling. So you're rotating the coccyx bone up. Okay, we're going to bring our right foot forward between both our hands. You're going to sweep your arms all the way up. High on the toes on your back foot. Great job, everybody. Okay, let's bring the arms down. You're going to clasp your fingers if you like. Otherwise, you're just going to keep your palms facing one another. And we're going to keep the shoulders nice and broad, the arms long, and we're going to elevate the arms. Take your gaze, look up. Bring the arms back down. Keep the shoulders as broad as you can. Let's do it again. Lift. Now you're going to give me a little turn to the right. Maybe the first one we do doesn't go very far. Come back center. Bring the arms down. Elevate the arms. Turn again to the right. High on the toes on your back foot. Arms are long and strong. Come back square. One more time. And back. Release the arms, come forward. Same movement. Both arms are long and strong. Hands are just shoulder width apart. Come back center. And come again. Great job. Last time, one more time. 3rd time's the charm. Hold it, breathe. Come back. Sweep the arms back behind you. Open the chest really wide. Maybe the arms come a little higher in the back. Now, without moving your front leg, we're just going to hinge through the hip and bring the torso down. Keep your shoulders back. Hands to heart. Elbows stay high. Rotate to the right. Ooh, now we're getting into that right butt cheek. Come back square. Try to go really slowly so you feel the muscles activating. Connect to them. Hollow out the stomach. Your core helps you to brace your spine. Hold this rotation. Breathe. Come back square. Just hang out here. Sweep your arms back behind you. Elevate them best you can. Maybe lift, pull this right knee back a little bit, but keep your torso where it was. Nice job. Okay, we're going to take the hands down. Frame your foot. Step back to your high plank. And meet me in your down dog. This time we're going to elevate the left leg. Get it nice and high. Keep the hips even. Now elevate onto those toes on your right foot. I want you to feel your calf activate. Your ankle's doing work here. Getting our feet stronger. Relax and breathe. 5 more big, long breaths, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Really get into your breathing. In through the nose, feel the ribs expand. Out through the mouth, listen to it leave. Oh, I'm starting to feel that right leg. 2 more breaths. And lower that left leg. Let's just pedal out our feet again. Release that calf a bit. Okay, let's elevate that right leg. Get it nice and high, get it straight. Come high on the toes on the left foot. Tell yourself this is easy. Piece of cake, you got this. Start listening to your breath. This is a great opportunity to have a really good mind-body connection here. Breathe. Two more times. And lower that right leg. Pedal out those feet. Stretch out the calf. Whew. Drift those shoulders forward. Give me a halfway hover. Up dog. Nice job. So keeping breaks in your elbows, I'm going to ask you to press away from the earth. I don't know about you, but after those ab exercises yesterday, I'm definitely feeling a stretch right through the middle part of my tummy. Feels good. Okay, if you can, elevate your knees and keep holding and breathing and enjoying. Relax. 3 more breaths. Legs are straight. Heels are pressing back towards the back of the room. We got a little child's pose coming here, so hang on a tiny bit longer. I know it's hard, but you got this. Okay, knees down. Open them nice and wide. Pull your hips up, flatten out your feet, and come all the way back to a child's pose. Forehead rests on the floor, your arms relax. Now we're just focusing on feeling a great release through our lower back. Just breathe.
3 more big breaths. Feel your ribs expand. Listen to the air leave your body. That's the best way to get rid of stress, is through breath. Close your eyes, kind of get lost. Take a big, huge breath that you even feel the back ribs expand. And then just release and hang out.
Okay, back up onto all fours. You're going to tuck your toes under, walk your feet back. You're in your high plank and go right to your down dog. We're going to elevate the left leg this time, but also the left hip while you keep your shoulders square so they don't change. They're nice and even. Left hip opens towards the ceiling, and now you're going to bend at the knee and see if you can give me another inch or two of height with your left knee. 5 big breaths holding this. High on the toes on the right foot. You can see your arms through your vision. Feels fabulous. You feel strong. Piece of cake. Hollow out that tummy, suck in those ribs. Take 2 more breaths. Elevate the knee. And slowly drift the shoulders forward so they stack over your wrists, and lower that left foot to the floor. Take your gaze off the end of your mat. Hold your plank while you suck in your belly. Modification, if you need one, is to put your knees down. You got that option anytime. Important to listen to your body and do what feels right for you on this fabulous, beautiful Sunday morning. Okay, I'm going to drift my shoulders back, elevate high on the toes. I'm going to make sure I can still see the sides of my arms as I raise my right leg. My shoulders don't move. I elevate my right hip this time. Bend at the knee. See if you can give me a little more height. So fabulous. Just breathe. Listen to each breath as it enters and leaves your body. Kind of close your eyes, get lost here. Okay, slowly drift the shoulders forward, lower that right leg to the floor. Take your gaze off the end of your mat, breaks in your elbows. Breathe. I'm going to take it down to my forearms so I give my wrists a little bit of a break. You can always put your knees down. But if you can, let's just hunker down in this plank. And if you feel anything in your lower back, I would ask that you lower your knees to the floor. You're still getting a tremendous benefit keeping your body safe. Your gaze is off the end of the mat. Close your eyes, count to 10 slowly, and we're going to find that fabulous child's pose again. Challenge yourself now, you can do this. Pull in the tummy as you breathe. Okay, I'm going to lower my knees. I'm going to walk my forearms back. Feet are flat, your knees are open. Right back into that fabulous child's pose. Kind of sway maybe side to side. Just chill out and relax.
So this is an opportunity for you to just release your mind of all thoughts, get rid of anything that's on your to-do list, and think about this moment, your body, and all the good you are doing for it. Three more big, powerful breaths. In through the nose, out through your mouth. Nice job. Back up onto all fours. Your wrists are underneath the shoulders. I'd like to ask you to tuck those toes under. Look down at your knees, open them up hip width. Take your gaze off the end of your mat. Elevate your knees. Hold it. Hollow out your stomach. We're not here long. Now you're going to press your heels back. Slowly walk your hands towards your feet and meet me in a low squat. So drop the booty. Arms are going to come up parallel to the floor. Keep your tummy hollowed. So your spine is long. You're working to brace it with your stomach. Your knees are pushing over those two toes. Nice. Now come up a little bit and then back down. Great work today, guys. Come up a little bit and back down. Now take your palms so they face the floor. Maybe you lower a little more. Take your left hand and just pull that right hand back to you so we get a nice stretch in our wrist while we hold our low squat. Ah, how good does that feel? Switch sides. Pull the left hand in. Don't forget your squat. Now take the right fingers, pull them towards you so you get a release through the underside and other side. And bring those hands to heart. Hold. Nice job. Lots of work here in the front of the leg. Okay, to amp this up, if you're ready to come with me, arms come out and now lift them. Hold your squat though, you didn't lift your hips. Hands to heart. Step your left foot forward. Whoops, a little more graceful than I just did, hopefully. Feet are nice and wide. Hands are staying at heart. You're leaning forward. Now we're going to elevate those arms once again. Elevate high on the toes on your back foot. Hold and breathe. Arms are long and strong. 3 more breaths. We're going to do the same thing on the other leg. And then come back to our little squat. Hands to heart, step your right foot in, step your left leg back, keep your hinge, elevate your arms. Arms are as long and strong as you can get them. You've got a forward lean with your upper body. 3 more breaths. We're going to meet back in our little squat. Straighten those arms. Hands to heart. Oh, that never gets easy. Step your left foot in. Feet are hip width. Squat. Arms out. Really try to get these shoulders broad, right? Try to open them out to the side. Okay, nice forward fold with micro bends in your knees. Relax your upper body. Hang out here and breathe. Palms down, step back, both feet, high plank. Right into pigeon. Your right foot comes up behind your left hand. Slide your left leg back. Get off your right butt and think about pressing your left hip flexor into the earth. Forearms are down on your mat. And if you want to and you're comfortable, you're going to take your forehead to the floor. Maybe not. You might want to stay on your forearms. But just relax and breathe. Try to keep pressing your left hip flexor down towards the earth. No weight on that right butt. Nice. Back up onto the forearms, then your hands. Tuck those toes under on your left foot. Step back. Meet me in your high plank. And right away, switch legs. Left foot up behind the right hand, drifting that right leg back as you slowly lower your hips and come down onto your forearms. Stretch it all the way out. Relax and enjoy. Focus on each breath as it enters and leaves your body. Make the breaths fabulous. Okay, back up onto the forearms, then your hands. You're just going to swing this right leg around forward. Both feet are on the floor and you're sitting up with a really long spine. I'll give you the side view. So I'm not rounding my back here, right? I'm keeping my shoulders broad, my chest proud, my hands on my shins as I slowly start to lean back. But I'm not rounding through my lower back. I'm keeping my spine really long. Take the hands off the legs if you can, holding your torso in the same spot. Now hollow out your tummy for me. Pull in the stomach. I'm going to stay on this side angle for you. Pull in the stomach. Maybe you go a little lower. But I'm still not rounding through my lower back. Maybe a little lower. Keep pulling in your tummy. Now to amp this up, the wrists end up over the shoulders while you suck in your belly. Shoulders are nice and broad. Bring them forward and elevate. Long and strong arms. I'm trying to reach for the ceiling. My feet are on the floor. They haven't lifted. Arms forward. Can we do one more? Lift. Oh, try to get those arms as best you can, reaching for the ceiling. And come all the way forward. Now you're going to round your back. Just collapse here. You're holding onto your shins. You're going to lift up long and strong. Retract your shoulders. And round your back. And again, lift up. Nice job. Okay, you're going to drop back onto your elbows. The elbows are underneath the shoulders. Your palms are on the ground. Elevate both legs and suck in your belly while you slowly lower the legs. So I'm pulling it in best I can right here. And maybe the legs don't go very low. You have to be the judge. Now bring them up slowly. You're still hollowing out your tummy. Legs are straight. Take your toes out now. Heels are touching. Stomach is pulling in. Now bring those heels in towards you and take them back out. Please don't let your tummy bulge. It's not a look that we're working on, right? Suck it in. Suck it in more. Lift the legs. Connect your feet. Come down one more time. Legs are straight. Point your toes. Hollow out your stomach. Oh, and relax all the way down.
You're just going to take your head and roll it side to side. Whew, we did it. How awesome is that? Okay, a stretch or two for your neck. So let's tuck your chin in, put your hands behind your head. Tuck your chin in, and now you're just going to elevate the head. Nice job. Feeling a little pull behind the head, nothing fierce, right? Just good, feels good. Take it down again. Tuck your chin, elevate the head. You're not pulling it. Great work. Okay, relax the head. Pull your knees into the chest, hold behind the knees, and maybe you can touch opposite elbow. Just tuck in nice and close here and give me a gentle rock side to side. If you're not touching your elbows, just hold on to your hamstrings. Little gentle rock. Okay, now you're going to grab your 2 fingers around your big toes. We're going to go into a little happy baby here. So, or you can grab your feet and just press them down towards the floor. So you feel the knees getting a little closer to the floor, giving your inner thigh stretch a nice little stretch here. But what a lot of people I see do in this pose is they let their lower back come away from the floor. I want you to keep your lower back on the mat here. Just relax and breathe. And now maybe you just sway gently side to side. Last stretch of the day. Let's enjoy this. Okay, bring those knees back together. You're going to rock yourself forward, come all the way up onto your toes. Nice. Lift those hips up, open up your feet hip width apart. Take one hand at a time above your knees. Come up with your head first as you suck in the tummy. All the way back to standing. Nice big deep breath. And exhale, bend your knees. Big deep breath. And one more for the road. Thank you guys so much for your power and strength. Namaste.